Today we are going to crochet this matching twisted headband and wrist warmer set. These can be made in any size that we want. They have a beautiful pattern. We are going to use the Celtic weave stitch. In part 1 of the video, we have made this matching shrug. It is linked on the top right of the screen and in the description below. Hello and welcome to Let's All Crochet. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new, please consider subscribing for weekly new tutorials. To crochet this twisted headband and fingerless gloves, we are going to need about 100 grams of DK or lightweight yarn in any color and material of our choice. We will also need a 5mm or an 8 size crochet hook, scissors, measuring tape, tapestry needle and stitch markers or safety pins. Now let's begin. This is part 2 of the video, so we will go a little bit faster and refer to part 1 when needed. Begin with a slip knot. You can make a slip knot however you want. Once we do that, we are going to chain. So we are going to chain a multiple of 4 plus 3 and the chain is going to be long enough to go around our head. So we are just going to chain any multiple of 4 and to the end of the chain we will add 3 chains. To make counting easier, what we can do is chain 4 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we will continue chaining 4 till we reach the circumference of our head and then to the end we will add 3 chains. I have added 3 chains to the end. Make sure your chain is 20 inches or that the chain goes around your head. Row 1 is a single crochet row. We will single crochet in the second chain from the hook. The loop on the hook is not a chain. Skip the first chain. In the second chain, make a single crochet. Now we will single crochet in all the chains till the end of this row and I will meet you there. At the end of row 1, we can count the stitches by counting the V's that we see. The stitch count will be our chain minus 1. For all the rows, the stitch count will remain the same. Now this is the wrong side of our work. For row 2, we are going to begin with a chain 1, so yarn over and pull through and then turn the work. Once we turn our work, this is the right side of our work. Row 2 is a single crochet row, so the loop on the hook does not count as a stitch. This is our chain 1 stitch. Begin single crocheting in this first single crochet. We will go below both the loops of the V. Single crochet in the first stitch. Single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. Continue till the end of the row and I will meet you there. We will count our stitches at the end of every row. They will remain the same as row 1. Row 3, chain 1 and then turn your work. Row 3 is the bobble stitch row. Row 3 is the same as row 13 of the shrug. We are going to begin with a single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next, single crochet in the next and then single crochet in the next. Now we will make a bobble stitch. In the 5th stitch, we are going to make a bobble stitch, yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over and then pull through, yarn over and then pull through 2. Now we are going to repeat this 4 times. So yarn over, go back, yarn over and then pull through, yarn over and then pull through 2 loops. This is the first, second, third and then 4th. So now we have 6 loops on our crochet hook. We are just going to yarn over and then pull through all 6. In part 1 of this video, I have added timestamps for all the rows in the comments. It is a slower detailed version for each row and you can refer to it if you want. Now we will begin the repeat pattern for this row. We will make 8 single crochet and then a bobble stitch. 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And now we are going to make a bobble stitch in this next stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Repeat this 4 more times in the same stitch. 2, 3 and then 4. So after repeating 4 more times, we are going to have 6 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. So we will just continue repeating this pattern till the end of the row, and in the last few stitches we will make single crochet. I will meet you at the end of this row. So I have made the last repeat and I have only 3 stitches left. I am going to single crochet in them. So you may have 1 to 8 stitches left. Just single crochet in the remaining stitches and finish this row. Your stitch count remains the same. Row 4 is a single crochet row. We are going to chain 1 and then turn our. Row 4 is like row 14 of the shrug. I am going to single crochet in the first stitch and single crochet in all the stitches till the end of the row. I will meet you at the end. Now we are going to begin row 5. Chain 2. Turn your work. Row 5 is a double crochet row. This chain 2 is our first double crochet. We will go to the second single crochet and make our second double crochet. Double crochet in the third stitch. This row is like row 15, so we're just going to double crochet across till the end of the row. Row 6, chain 2 and then turn the work. This chain 2 counts as the first double crochet and we are not going to work in this first stitch. Row 6 is exactly like row 2 of the shrug and I have explained it in detail, so please refer to it. So I'm just going to go very fast in this row. This is the first double crochet, skip 2 stitches and front post triple crochet in the next stitch. Front post triple crochet in the next stitch as well. Now we are going to go back to the 2 skip stitches and front post triple crochet in them. So we're just going to repeat this pattern. We're going to skip 2 stitches, front post triple crochet in the next 2, then go back to the 2 skip stitches and front post triple crochet in them till the end of the row. After the last repeat, the chain 2 stitch is still left, so I'm just going to double crochet in the second chain of the chain 2 to end this row. Row 7, we're going to chain 2 and then turn our. Row 7 is same as row 3 of the shrug. So we are going to back post triple crochet in the second and third stitches, which are the 2 hidden stitches. This chain 2 is the first double crochet. Now in the next stitch, make a back post triple crochet. In the next stitch, we are again going to make a back post triple crochet. And now we are going to begin our repeat pattern for the row. So we are going to skip the next 2 stitches, which are these 2, and in the next 2 stitches, which are the 2 hidden stitches, we are going to make back post triple crochet. Yarn over twice, find the first stitch. We are going to go from the back, make our triple crochet. We are going to find the next stitch from the back, work our triple crochet. Now we are going to work in the 2 skip stitches. So yarn over twice and we are going to go from the back. Find your first stitch, go from the back, yarn over twice, find your second stitch from the back, and repeat this pattern till the end of the row. So we are going to skip 2 stitches, then back post triple crochet in the next 2, come back to the 2 skip stitches and back post triple crochet in them till the end of the row. This is like row 3 of the pattern. At the end of this row, I have 3 stitches left. So in these 2 stitches, I'm going to make a back post triple crochet, and in the last chain 2, which counts as a stitch in the second stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet. Row 8 is a single crochet row. Chain 1 and then turn your work. Begin making single crochet in the first stitch and continue making single crochet till the end of the row, and I will meet you there. Count your stitches to make sure you haven't missed any. Row 9 is also a single crochet row. Chain 1, turn and then single crochet across. So begin single crocheting in the first stitch and continue single crocheting across. Row 10. Row 10 is a single crochet row. Chain 1 and turn your work. Begin single crocheting in the first stitch and continue till the last stitch. I'm going to meet you at the end of this row. Row 11. Chain 1 and then turn your work. Row 11 is like row 13 of the shrug. Row 11 is a bobble stitch row. We're going to make 4 single crochet. So make 1, 2, 3 and then 4. And in the next stitch, we're going to make a bobble stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to repeat this 4 more times. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Once we have 6 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Now we are going to begin the repeat pattern for the row. Single crochet in the next 8 stitches and then make a bobble stitch. So single crochet in 8 stitches and make a bobble stitch till the end of the row. After the last repeat, we are just going to single crochet in the remaining stitches. Row 12, chain 1 and then turn your work. Row 12 is the last row of this headband and we are going to make single crochet. So beginning in the first stitch, we are just going to single crochet across. So I will meet you once you finish. I have finished making all the rows of the headband and now it is time to join it. So what we are going to do is, this is our entire headband and we will just fold it in half like this. So we want that the wrong side is now facing us because we are going to sew on the wrong side. So we can make our headband in 2 ways. We can either just whip stitch across and this will be a normal headband, or we can make a twisted headband and I will show you how to do that. For the twisted headband, what we are going to do is place both the edges against one another and make sure that the entire headband is straight. Now we are just going to pull out the first edge. So pull it out like this. Only the center half will overlap now. So as you can see, only the center half is overlapping now. Now we will take this part and fold it like this. We're going to take the second part now and fold it like this. So we have made a sandwich. Now with our tapestry needle, we are going to sew all 4 parts of the sandwich together. Insert the tapestry needle into the first edge first, then the second, then the third and then the fourth. Make sure you go through all 4. Now tug on the needle. Tug firmly. Now we are going to come back to the first edge again. Then find your second edge and make sure you go through it. Go through the third edge and then the fourth edge. Tug on the needle. Now we are going to continue doing this till we reach this end and I will meet you there. Come back to the first edge and go through all 4. So now I have reached this end and I am going to weave the yarn in. So take the tapestry needle and we are just going to go 3 to 4 times in the opposite direction with it. Now we are going to go through only one layer. So once we are sure the yarn is firmly weaved in, we are going to take our scissor and then cut the yarn off. This is what our headband looks like right now. We are just going to turn it over to the right side and adjust the center. And now the center is going to look like this. So now let us crochet this wrist warmer together. I have already made one and I will make the other one with you. Our chain should be long enough to go just around our hand above the thumb, so in the exact place of this measuring tape. Begin with a slip knot. Make a slip knot however you want. Once we make the slip knot, we are going to chain a multiple of 4. Chain any multiple of 4 like 32, 36, 40 and so on, but it should be long enough to go around the hand just above the thumb. I will meet you once you finish. I have chained 36. You can chain any multiple of 4. Now we are going to repeat row 1 to row 4 of the shrug. Row 1, then row 2, then row 3 and then 4. It is exactly like the shrug and I have linked the shrug video, so I will meet you once you finish. I have flipped this piece over so that row 1 faces my fingers. This is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3 and this is row 4. Now we are just going to repeat row 3 and row 4 till we reach the wrist. So repeat it as many times as you want, and once you reach the wrist we will add the border. If you want a snug fit at the wrist, you will switch to the 4.5mm crochet hook. I'm going to continue with the 5mm hook. It doesn't matter what row you end at, but this must be an even row. For the next row, we're just going to chain 1 and then turn our work. This is row 11 for me. It can be any odd number row for you. This is a single crochet row. So single crochet in this very first stitch. Single crochet in the next stitch. And continue making single crochet till the end of the row, and I will meet you there. So now I've finished the single crochet row, and the next row, which is row 2 after all the repeats, is also a single crochet row. So begin single crochet in the first stitch and continue making single crochet till the end of this row. So I will meet you once you finish. Row 3, chain 1 and then turn your work. Row 3 is a bobble stitch row. It is just like row 13 of the shrug. Begin by making a single crochet in the first 4 stitches. So make 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet and then 4 single crochet. Next we are going to make a bobble stitch. When we have 6 loops, we are going to yarn over, pull through all 6 loops. The repeat pattern for this row is going to be 8 single crochet and a bobble stitch. 8 single crochet and a bobble stitch. I will meet you at the end of this row. I have reached the end of the bobble stitch row. I have 2 stitches left, so I have single crochet in both of them. It doesn't matter how many stitches you have left, just single crochet in the remaining stitches after the last bobble stitch. Now we are going to begin row 4. Chain 1 and then turn your work. Tip for the bobble stitch row. You can actually make your bobble stitches wherever you want. What you will do is take this piece and wrap it around your arm. Decide where you want your bobble stitches and add stitch markers to those stitches. And then you will make your bobble stitches in those stitches. This is a single crochet row. Begin single crochet in the first stitch and continue making single crochet till the end of the row. So I will meet you once you finish. The stitch count will remain the same. Row 5 or the last row. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Now we are going to turn our work. Now this is a double crochet row. So we have already worked in the first stitch. The chain 2 is our first double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch and double crochet in all the remaining stitches. I will meet you at the end of this row. So once we finish this last row 5, we are going to leave about 10 inches of the yarn and then cut it. We are going to use the 10 inches to sew the glove shut. Now just tug on your crochet hook to pull out a loop. So this is my slip knot where I first began the wrist warmer. I'm just going to weave the yarn in here and then we will begin sewing the wrist warmer shut. With the tapestry needle, we are going to go 3 to 4 times in the opposite direction till the yarn is firmly weaved in. So once we are sure the yarn is firmly weaved in, we will take a scissor and then cut it off. Before we sew the wrist warmer shut, we are going to decide where the thumb hole lies. So we are going to take this and wrap it around our hand. Next we are going to take 2 stitch markers. Just below and just above the thumb we are going to mark the stitch markers. This is the area we will not sew together. So now we are going to sew this shut. We are going to take the yarn that we had left behind and sew both the edges till the first stitch marker. Once we reach the first stitch marker, we will just go with the tapestry needle through one layer. We are not going to go through the second so as to leave the thumb hole open. Once we reach the second stitch marker, we will again sew the wrist warmer shut till we reach this end. We are going to turn the wrist warmer so that the wrong side lies on the top. We are going to sew on the wrong side. So this on the inside is our right side and this is our wrong side. Make sure your edges are placed exactly against one another. Then with the tapestry needle, I'm just going to go into one side and then the other side. I'm going to sew across till the thumb hole or till the first stitch marker with a whip stitch. So I will meet you once I reach there. So as you can see, I have reached my first stitch marker. I'm just going to remove the stitch marker, and now I'm just going to go through only this side. So with the tapestry needle, just go in and out only on one side. This is going to leave our thumb hole open. Continue till you reach the second stitch marker. Now if you accidentally tug tightly, just make sure you loosen it. And now we're just going to continue sewing the glove as we normally do, going through both the sides till we reach this end. Next, we're just going to weave this yarn in. After we finish, we're going to turn the wrist warmer inside out. If we want, we can add a border. So I'm just going to add a border for the top here, and I'm not going to add one for the bottom. You can add one on one or both sides. So this is my thumb hole and this is my seam. At the end here, I'm just going to insert the hook somewhere near the seam. Now catch the new yarn in a loop form on my hook and then pull it through. Once I do that, I'm going to chain one. Now going to single crochet in the same space. So just go back, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both the loops. Now we are going to work across in all these chains, making one single crochet each. You can work over this edge so that you don't have to weave it in. So if we can't see the chains clearly, we are just going to turn our work. You will see a little gap at the bottom of double crochet stitches, and this is where we are going to work our single crochet. I will meet you once you finish this round. Once we reach the end of the round, we are just going to join by a slip stitch to the first single crochet. So go below both the loops of the V, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Now we will leave 5 inches and cut the yarn. Then we will pull out a loop and weave the yarn in. Our beautiful wrist warmer and headband set is now ready. If you have enjoyed today's video, please like it and share it with your friends. Comment below with any suggestions or queries. Subscribe to my channel for weekly new tutorials. Please press on the bell icon to be notified. Thank you.